Good morning to all. In this we are going to discuss about steam nozzles. Okay. So now, what are the different contents in the steam? This is the third unit in the thermal unit 2. The third unit of thermal unit 2 consists of two topics: steam nozzles and condensers. So in the steam nozzles, what are the contents? Are what is that? What are different types of nozzles? What is the function of nozzle? Thermodynamics of nozzle, velocity coefficient, condition for maximum discharge, critical pressure ratio. These are different topics in the steam nozzles. Okay. So first, what is a steam nozzle? Okay. So a steam nozzle may be defined as passage of variable cross sections through which heat energy of steam can be converted into kinetic energy. Okay. The major function of nozzle is to produce steam jet with high velocity to drive the steam turbine. Okay. So here the steam nozzle consists of different variable cross section. It is just a simple tube like structure with different variable cross sections. So due to various cross sections, the steam energy may be converted into kinetic energy, that is steam and heat energy is converted into kinetic energy, or the kinetic energy is again converted into the pressure energy. So this is the function, or this is the steam nozzle. The major function of steam nozzle is to produce steam jet with high velocity to drive the steam turbine. So to drive the steam turbine blades, the certain high jet of steam has to be passed to the turbine. So that is provided by means of this steam nozzle. Okay. So what are different types of steam nozzles? Okay. So we are having three types of steam nozzles: convergent nozzle, divergent nozzle, convergent and divergent nozzle. These are three types of steam nozzles. Okay. So first one is convergent nozzle. Okay. So here the convergent nozzle, the entry area is high and discharge area is exit area is less. So now this can be seen as it is a typical convergent nozzle. The cross section area decreases continuously from its entrance to the exit. Okay. So it is used where the back pressure is equal to or greater than the critical pressure ratio. Back pressure means the thrust pressure is higher. In that case, this convergent nozzle is used. Okay. So next one is divergent nozzle. Okay. So this is the converse or converse reverse of the convergent nozzle. So here the cross section area is gradually increases from entrance to the exit. Okay. So the cross sectional area of divergent nozzle increases continuously from its entrance to the exit. Okay. So it can be used where the back pressure is less than the critical pressure ratio. Okay. So what is critical pressure ratio? Critical pressure ratio is nothing but ratio of exit pressure to the inlet pressure. That is called as critical pressure ratio. Okay. So next one is convergent and divergent nozzle. Okay. So the convergent and divergent, in this convergent and divergent nozzle, first the cross section area continuously decreases from entrance to the throat point, and then increases from throat to the exit. So this type of nozzle is most commonly used in many types of steam turbine plants. In steam turbine plants, the convergent and divergent nozzle is most commonly used. Okay. So here from entrance to the throat, the region is called as convergent region. From throat to the exit, the region is called as divergent region. Okay. So this is the convergent and divergent nozzle. Okay. So next one is, what are the functions of steam nozzles? Okay. The function of steam nozzle, we are having two major functions of steam nozzle. The first function is it transforms a portion of energy of steam which is generated from generation unit into the kinetic energy. That means whatever the steam produced in the boiler, that steam is passed first into the nozzle. In the nozzle, the high pressurized steam heat energy is converted into the kinetic energy. okay, and that high kinetic energy jet is passed to the turbine, So thus one of the major function is transformation of energy, that is the one of the major function. Okay, so next one is the reactive force of steam against the nozzle produce motion which work is obtained in the steam turbine. As I said, the nozzle will produce high jet of steam that will be passed to the turbine, and this high jet of steam will hit the turbine blades. Once that high jet of steam hit the turbine blades, the turbine blades tends to rotate, that which in turn will produce some amount of work. So that is the major function, or another major function of steam nozzle. The first function is transformation of energy, and second function is production of motion in the turbine. So these are the two functions what is done by the steam nozzle. Okay, so next, steam flow through the nozzle. Okay, so now the flow through the nozzle is assumed to be an adiabatic flow. What is adiabatic flow means? There is no loss of heat energy. So here the expansion in the steam nozzle is assumed as adiabatic expansion. And during expansion, there is no heat energy is supplied or rejected. Okay, so the steam flows through the nozzle is assumed to be adiabatic flow. During the expansion of the steam in nozzle, no heat is supplied or rejected. Okay, so next is work is performed by increasing the kinetic energy of steam. As steam passes through the nozzle, it loses pressure and heat. So as I said, the function of the nozzle is, first function of the nozzle is transformation of energy. Okay, so here to perform some amount of work, the kinetic energy of steam has to be converted while passing into the nozzle. The pressure and heat drop takes place and high kinetic energy will be generated. That is the one of the condition of steam flow through the nozzle. Next one is the amount of work done in the nozzle is equal to the amount of heat drop, which is equal to the Rankine area, because here the pressure and temperature are varies between the inlet and exit, that is between the entrance and exit. Hence there is a change in the heat drop will be takes place. So enthalpy heat drop means here enthalpy drop will be takes place. Adiabatic heat drop means enthalpy change will be occurs. Therefore, the amount of work done by the nozzle can be stated as equal to the amount of change in the enthalpy. Okay, thank you.